Hey folks, this is Susie Meadows. It is Monday, December 28th, 2020. Welcome to Facebook Live with Susie. I'm looking down to see if, looking on my iPad, just double checking. Oh, good. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. It looks like we are live. Great. Sorry for getting in your face here. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Excellent. Good deal. Once again, Susie Meadows from Central Indiana, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here tonight to do just a little bit of crafting with you all. Welcome. I'm glad you could join me. And I need to apologize straight off because I forgot to make an event in Facebook. And so because of that, you didn't get a lot of notice, and I apologize for that. I knew I was going live. I just didn't get around to getting everything done. So, but anyway, you know you are watching this live if you see the red box up in the corner that says live. And otherwise, if you don't, you can definitely come back and watch the replay. I believe it stays on my business page for 30 days and sometimes even longer. So, and I've been trying to save these onto YouTube because there's a segment of folks that don't like Facebook, but they do watch YouTube. And I've also been trying to do portions on Instagram. So, but I hope you all had a great Christmas. I actually celebrated my Christmas a week earlier with the family. Great celebration. We did it small so we could do it safe. I hope you're staying safe. You're staying healthy. And hopefully we'll be kicking this COVID, soon. But because I miss doing the live classes at the library, at the Lebanon and Thorntown Library. But at the same time, if you've got a small group that you would like to get together to craft, I can set up Zoom, or we can do a Facebook, or do different things. So there's some other options. If you'd like to get a small group of your friends that you're around, often, and want to get together craft, let me know. So I'm going to go ahead and send you down, because I think it'll be easier looking at the table. So hang on just a minute. Okay. There we go. Shed a little light on the subject. Oh, I've got a light that it takes 4. One light, it takes 3 touches. The other, it takes 4. So, but, well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Get that in the picture frame just a little bit better. Looks like it keeps wanting to wiggle down a little bit. So just bear with me. I'm still working through all these details. Just want to remind you that we're in the midst of the year-end closeout event. This catalog is retiring. January 4th is when it's over. And there's several items that are 20 to 50% off. If you were with me last week on Facebook Live, these are the cards projects we did. This was the easy card, and then we stepped it up a little bit, and then we went really elaborate. And for these cards, we used the Snowflake Splendor Suite. And at that time, the paper was still available. Well, it's not. I checked at lunchtime, and it has been sold out. And hi, Vicki. I'm glad you're watching. And but the folder is still available, and so is that gorgeous ribbon. So so those are still available till July 4th or until they run out. So that's one of the announcements. One of the other things I wanted to talk about is during this January through the end of February is celebration. And with it, there are, let me just pull the folder out. Here we go. This is the flyer, and I have it taped shut so I cannot open it because we can't show you what's in it. As demonstrators, we get to order things early. But celebration, if you're not aware of what it is, it's January 5th through February 28th. And if you purchase anything with Stampin' Up, $50 worth, you get free product. And these are some of the previews you can see here. And actually this Touch of Ink, that's actually the one that I'm going to preview tonight. The biggest portion of this Facebook Live is going to be previewing this one, and the next 3 are going to be previewing items from the Sale A Bration catalog. So, but like I said, this is what we're going to be doing. Now, also, something to think about. These catalogs should be coming in the mail to you. If you've purchased from me in the past, I've had Stampin' Up! Send you catalogs. So you'll be getting this catalog and this one, which is this catalog actually goes January through June. And once again, I have it taped so I can't get into it accidentally. But as you're going through this new catalog, there are so many cool things. If your wish list is getting mighty long, you might consider joining Stampin' Up! The Snazzy Crafters, there's a few of us, and we're getting together once a month to craft. With COVID, that's been a challenge, so we're going to try some other things. But the thing is, as a demonstrator, you get 20% off. Now, the thing is, you don't have to do Facebook. You don't have to do classes. If you just want that 20% discount, it's yours. And look at it as a membership fee. Or maybe like a Kohl's Rewards, you know. But basically, you get 20% off everything that Stampin' Up! Has, which is pretty cool. So, but during this time period, oops, I got it upside down, this January through February, there is a special deal that if you join, you get, and to join, what it is, you purchased for $99, you get $125 worth of product. Anything you want. You pick, you choose, and you keep it. If you decide you just want to go, you don't want to do this in the future, it's still yours to keep. So, but one of the really nice specials with this is that they will be giving you, Stampin' Up! Will give you these sheets of designer series paper. Now, this is an example. There's 4 patterns. They're double-sided, so you can see what the patterns are. But they would come in a bunch. You would get subtles. You get them in the color families: brights, regals, neutrals, and the in colors. And so that's 200 sheets of paper that you get free. So that's not bad. So, you know, like I said, paying $99 and tax, your shipping is free the first go around. You get your $125 of anything you want, plus this. And just this DSP cost $11.50 a pop. So you're talking 57 some bucks. That's a pretty good deal. So anyway, got any questions? Holler, let me know. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Because I tell you, it's just fun. Whether you want to sell things or not, I have chosen to do it as a business. Many people do not. They've chosen, they want to do it as a hobby. And that is cool. And actually, I did that for quite a while. So, okay. Now, like I said, we're going to jump into this. And I'm going to preview this particular stamp set, which is a Touch of Ink. Let me get this out of the way here. It is a photopolymer stamp set, and it's a 2-step. You see the Hummingbird, there's the outline, and there's the color. And so you have that. Now, these images are only 65% because they want to fit them all on one page, you know, all on the cover. So, and I have these out because we're actually going to be stamping these. So, I think to get started, we are going to start with an easy one. You know how I like doing easy to elaborate. We are going to start at with a very easy. I'm just going to ink this up. In fact, when it's big like this, I sort of like inking it this way. And sorry for moving this. Okay. I'm going to... Oh, one thing I forgot. This is photopolymer. So there's not a lot of rubber and cushion. And so it really helps if you use a foam or something to cushion it underneath. Okay. So we're going to go here, straight down. Let the ink transfer. There we go. And we're going to go with some flowers now. And I think I want this, because I'm stamping live, I've used my my blocks double time. So that's our flower. And now we're going to have a butterfly. Ink it up really good. And we're going to have the butterfly, I think I want it right here. Press it down and let the ink transfer. There we go. The butterfly is on the flower. And this is going to be a Thinking of You card. I don't think the O, there we go. Press that straight down. There we go. Thinking of You. Now, I think, to me, that is an easy design, and I think it looks really pretty. So I'm going to actually put it right on my card. I like using the multi-purpose glue, and I don't put a lot on there. Once the glue starts coming, I move it fast because the tip is next to the paper. And so I don't put too much on, and I'm just going to center that. I could pop it up with dimensionals, but I'm not going to. So there we go. We have our easy card. Now, let's bump this up just a little bit. So we are going to get another piece here, another card front, and I want to go with the flower. Okay, I'm going to ink up the flower. Yep. And press that down. Let the ink transfer. Looking good. Okay, we're going to go. These first 4 steps are the same. And then you're going to see how we bump it up. Step it up is another way of phrasing it. I think I want you to go right there. Okay. Hey, Sue, how you doing? Okay, and then now we're going to put a, it looks like I need to scoot it up just a little bit more. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so now we're going to put our butterfly. Oops, I just about had him going off. We'll go right there. Press down. Okay. There we go. Now this is where we do 2-step stamping. There is another, let me show this here. We're going to start with the flower. You see this image here? That's actually the 2nd step to this. So we're going to color our flower in. And I'm going to use Saffron. I think that's the color I want to go with. I need to move this over here just a little bit. Now, you can go full strength, but I'm going to do, this one I'm going to do it a little more subdued, I think. So I need to find my flower. Here's my flower, and here's the other side. Okay. So we're going to ink that up, and just to see what we're looking at, look at that blob. Okay, so ink it up again now that I know what I've got here. And just so you know, this is not a perfect fit. It sort of is like a watercolor that goes outside the lines. But that's okay. Okay, close up that stamp pad. Oh, I need to do the Thinking of You while I have the gray out. So we're going to go ahead and do the Thinking of You. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to close up the gray so I don't dump my finger in it, or because I've done that. Believe me, that's how I have got ink on my card. Now I'm going to go with the leaves. Now where do I have the leaves? Here we go. I had to go to another block. So I'm using Granny Apple Green, and I'm just going to stamp so I see what it looks like. Okay. Now, to me, I don't want it that dark. The thing I've got to do is figure out which way it goes. It goes like that. Like I said, it's going to go outside the lines, but I'm okay. That's just part of the artsy-fartsy part. So I'm sorry if you have an issue of going outside the lines. You may not want this particular stamp set because you will go outside the lines. Okay, now the butterfly. And the butterfly, close up my ink pad once again. We're going to go with Calypso Coral. And this is the other side. And I just put my finger in the green. Okay, I better clean it right now because I'm afraid. And I'm cleaning on my chamois, Simply Chamois. It looks nasty, but I actually just cleaned it out. It's a nice way to clean your stamps. Okay. We're going to ink up our butterfly. And you can see that's really dark. And if you wanted it really vibrant, go for it. I want this just a little more subdued. And so, and I think what this does, it makes the butterfly look like it has some action. So isn't that pretty? So there we go. I've got one more. I have this little piece, and I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to make it the center of my flower, that flower right there. Oh, and see, I just dropped it. I can be fumble fingers. We're going to start fresh. Okay, yep. I think I want it at second generation. So I'm going to go right there. And there we go. And right there. So I'm just trying to give that a little difference there. Okay. Get that out of the way. Okay. So I think, now see, that's a way to step it up. And so we're going to put it on a card base when I find a card. What did I do with the card? Well, I know where an extra one is. Okay. Here is a card base. I'm ready to go. I use the thick Whisper White because I think it just makes a really sturdy card. So once again, I'm just going to glue this on. There we go. Make sure I have it opening correct. I've put them upside down before. There we go. Okay, so here is our easy, and here is a stepped up version where we have used the second two-step stamping. Now we're going to step it up even more. So I need to make some room to do that. Oh, I found my card base. Imagine that. Okay. Pardon me. Hang on. I got to get a drink here. Okay. This is the third and final card we're going to do. I need to get my pieces, though. Here we go. Get things out of the way. Here's my panel. This time, I'm going to use Momento Ink because we are going to use blends. I don't know if you can see some of them there. Bring them over a little bit more, a little bit more. There we go. Those are the blends we're going to use. Okay, so we're going to start out with, I like starting with the flower first because it's the longest stem. There we go. Here's our flower. Make sure. Yep, looks good. Okay. We're going to stamp that straight down. There we go. And you see how much darker the black is than I was using basic gray, but I wanted it subdued. But this one, I wanted I want it vibrant. I mean, just bottom line. I want it vibrant. So we're going to ink up the leaves. Yep. And we're going to hook the leaves on, have them attached to the flower. It could actually be the opposite way. The flowers could be hooked on. But anyway, there we go. Okay. Now we need the butterfly. Let's find the butterfly. Here we go. We've got the butterfly. We're inking this up. Yep. There we go. And we're going to put the butterfly right. Oops, nope, I don't want it. I think right there is good. Okay. Now, as demonstrators, we got to pre-order these about a month ago. So, but with Christmas, I didn't have time to play with them. So actually, I just started playing with them recently. Oh, we need the thank you. We need the sentiment, because I want to show you what these look like, easy to elaborate. So do the thinking of you. So I'm going to try to keep them consistent. Oops. Get this out of the way. Okay, now I'm not an expert with blends, just to let you know. But one thing that I do, the way I started was each blend has a light and a dark. So this is the light granny apple green. Well, I've been doing it for a little bit, so I'm not going to use the dark. I'm going to use the light old olive to get the look that I wanted. Because what I did, I looked at what we did with the stamping, and you see that variety of color. I just wanted to see what it would look like. You can start with the light or the dark. I don't think it really matters. I've heard both ways, and I've tried it both ways, and they both work. Now, one thing to know is that this, I used thin. I did not use thick Whisper White. So when it's done, I'll show you. It's going to bleed through a little bit. So I'm going to make sure I have a piece of paper underneath. And I'm not going to do this real busy. I'm just going to sort of show you. This is, like I said, the old olive, which to me is darker. And so I'm going to do what the artist has done. The artist has, with these lines, the thicker lines, to me, that tells me there needs to be a little bit of a shadow. You can use, I'm using the brush. You can use the thin. I don't know. For some reason, I just like the brush better. Unless I'm in a really small area. And so you can see I'm just sort of zip, 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 zip. I'm not. Now, to me, at the base of like I said, where the artist has put a darker line, I'm going back and putting a darker line. Okay. So now I'm going to use the light. And now this is when you're doing your blending. So I am just really, as you can see, it's, I'm not taking a lot of time. Now, these will bleed a little bit, so I don't go all the way up to the lines. And in fact, they say it's good to leave a little bit of white, because in nature is not always the same. Okay, so I think that looks good. So I'll bring it up a little bit closer so you can see. And when it dries, it's going to look a little bit different too. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my flower. And the colors I'm using now this time I'm using the pair. I'm using the light, so Saffron, and the dark. I'm going to start with the dark just because, I don't know, I feel like it. So once again, I'm going where the artist has given me a hint by putting thicker lines. And to me, yeah. So because I'm not an artist. I don't know. I would love to take some classes, but I haven't. So there we go. So you can see I just really did a little bit touch here and here. Now, pardon me, I'm just going to touch on where the dark areas were, and I'm blending. And I'm using the side. I'm not using the tip because I don't want to destroy this brush tip. So I'm just using the side here. And just I'm leaving a little bit. Like I said, I'm not going all the way to the edges because I want to leave a little bit of room there. Now, to me, I think we need a little bit of dark. So I'm using light pumpkin pie. And I'm just adding a few dark spots. Now, to blend them in, I'm going back to my light. And I'm now see there, and that's okay. I went to the bullet tip, and that's okay. I'll use the bullet tip. Like I said, they both work. And I'm just going over those because I don't want a stark line. I want it to blend, hence the blends. So there we go. Now, let me show you what it looks like on the other side. See, it's coming through. And that's okay, because I'm going to put this on another piece of paper. So let's go ahead and go with the butterfly. Once again, I'm looking to what I went with originally. And so the colors I'm going with are light and dark Calypso coral. And I'm going to, just because I want to, I'm going to, and I move my paper around. I don't know. I just think it works better doing that. And you can tell I'm being a little, you know, some people might say I'm being a little sloppy. I don't know. But I found that it really doesn't. It doesn't matter. Okay. I think that's enough. And now we're going to color. We're going to actually, okay, we're not going to color. We're going to blend. And as you can tell right now, it is really stark. I mean, I can really see the difference between the light and the dark. Oops, I went out of the lines. Oh, no. I'll show you how to fix that. Okay. I'm going to, doggone it, I went out of the lines again. I am being quite messy. And actually, it probably wouldn't matter because, you know, our two-step stamping, we went out of the lines. But I'm going to show you how you can fix it just a little bit. I have to reach, sorry. We have this thing called the color lifter. It's white, but really what it is, there's alcohol in it. And it truly just lifts the color. So I'm just going to go around it. I want to make sure I don't go to the black because I don't want the black. And now right now it's being smeared, and that's okay. I'm going to go with the light again. I'm going to see if I can do some more blending. Because I don't want all of these to be so, the dark to be so stark. So I'm just blending it in a little bit. And I see I'm shaking the camera. Sorry about that. Okay. There we go. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And when we turn it over, you can see where I've really blended it. And that's okay. So we are ready to put it on a card base. Make sure it's opened the right way. It is. Okay. Oh, we're getting close to 30 minutes. That's why I like to try to stay around 30 minutes. And we are doing well on time because this is our last card. This is our elaborate card. And so we're going to put that here, right in the middle. Okay, let me get these papers out of the way. And let me show you what we've done. Okay, here is our easy card. We've stepped it up by doing two-step stamping. And here we've stepped it up even further with the blends. So this particular stamp set, I want to show you one thing that I've done earlier. When I got this earlier, I played around with watercolor pencils. And this is what they look like, watercolor pencils versus blends. And I've got some friends who actually, they like the watercolor pencil look rather than the blends. So, but that's okay. But I wanted to show you what it looks like. The one other stamp in here is the Hummingbird. I didn't want to make a card on that, but I did want to show you what the difference is. Here is one where I have stamped it in the gray, and I have done the two-step stamping. You know, once again, it goes outside the lines to show motion a little bit. Well, here I've done blends, and here, I don't know how to do it so it's not all chaotic, but here is how I've done watercolor pencils and using the blender pen. So there's different ways of how you can use one stamp set, depending on how you want to color it. Or you can not put color on it. I think the absence of color is awful pretty on that one. So, like I said, just wanted to show you how to do easy to elaborate using one stamp set. And this is the Touch of Ink stamp set that you can earn free, spending $50 January 5th when the celebration starts. So I hope you will join me on the next Facebook Live. I'm actually adding 2 additional Facebook Lives, Friday, January 1st at 10 a.m. and January 2nd, which is a Saturday at 10 a.m. And then I'll do my normal Monday one. And we're going to, these 3 sessions, we're going to be previewing some of the new goodies. And just to show you some of the new goodies here, I just take a little sample of the paper. Here's some of the paper that you can earn free. Here's another one. This is my favorite. But you can earn this paper. You can earn this one. Isn't this gorgeous? So springy. And my sister-in-law, these are her colors right here. So, but these are just a few of the goodies. I have several stamp sets. So what I'll be doing on Friday and Saturday and next Monday, I'll be showing several projects using these new items. So if you got any questions, leave a comment in the... leave a comment. That'll be good. That's one way of doing it. You can also reach me through my shopping page. And, of course, if you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. So give me a holler if you got any questions. And I look forward to seeing you Friday, January 1st at 10 a.m. So hope things are going well with you. You stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll chat with you soon. Take care.